Hello friends, it is Jenny. Welcome to the weekly nursery update with Gardening with Creekside, coming to you from Creekside Nursery in Dallas, North Carolina. I want to give you a little bit of an explanation as to why we do these weekly nursery tours. For my people who are local in this area, this is meant to be as an inspiration for you to come shop here at Creekside so you can see what we have in stock, what is really growing and thriving this week here at the nursery, and just to give you some inspiration on what you can do in your gardens. Now, we have got a ton of new followers, which we are so incredibly thankful for, both through all sorts of different social media. We have gotten a lot of new fans, and we're welcome to Gardening with Creekside. So, I have people all over the country. So if you are in an area that you're not close enough that you can come shop at Creekside, this is an informal, fun way to get inspired for you to go to your local nursery to see what is growing, blooming, and thriving in your region. Because we are in North Carolina, we're a Zone 7B. It is the middle of May here. And honestly, right now, our annual inventory has gone down. Hopefully we're going to be bringing in some more. So we're already starting to think about perennials, hot weather plants, that kind of thing. But if you're a follower in Michigan or Washington State, you're going to be several weeks or months behind of where we are. So what I'm going to be suggesting may not be the most appropriate for you right now. People in Florida, you're ahead of us. So this is meant for you to have some inspiration to seek out your independent nursery in your area, go visit, talk to them, find out what is a great plant for you to be planting right now in your yard. This is very informal. Here it is. This is a Friday afternoon. This is Jenny in all of her glory from working outside at the nursery, hot and sweaty. You know, hair's a hot mess. We got COVID hair going on, don't care. So it's very informal. We're just going to go through. I will, because a lot of you have said, Jenny, I need the names. You talk so fast, or I don't understand the names. So we're going to try to do a better job of showing you the plant tags. Just know that this video is not edited at all. This is a one-take wonder, so there's no editing. We film this, then go and upload it to get it into your hands right away. So we will do better as far as trying to show you tags, but there's not going to be on these types of videos any type of graphics coming up. Those are for the more formal edited videos where we do go into a lot of depth. Now, with all of that being said, let's move on into some fantastic perennials that are going great right now. All right, first things first, butterfly weed. Now, I don't know if I've met a gardener anywhere that does not love butterflies and want to support the butterfly population in their area. This is an absolutely fantastic native plant that you can put in your garden. What's even better is it's in zones 3 to 9. So basically the whole country. So no matter where you are, you can seek out butterfly weed. This is a food, it's a host plant for the monarchs. I hope I'm getting this right. It's the end of the day. My brain's not working right. Jerry's shaking his head. Yes, the monarchs. So butterfly weed is a great plant. It is native. There you go. Zones 3 to 9, it will be about 18 to 24 inches tall, and you're going to want to space them out about 18 inches apart. So again, it loves, of course, loves the sun, is a great one. Another fantastic perennial that loves the hot, dry sun is Proven Winners Denim and Lace. This is a Russian sage. Fantastic perennial. It is in hardy, sorry, Jerry, zones, I just lost it. 4 to 9, so again, basically the whole country. Treat this a lot like lavender as far as your growing conditions. Really likes it hot and dry, so put it in that part of your garden that receives the most sun. What we love about this is that it will do these gorgeous purple blooms, and in fact, it has buds. You can't really see it because of the camera, but there are buds on this, and they are long-lasting blooms. This will get to be about, I'm going to check my tag again. The height on this is going to be like 28 to 32 inches tall, and you're going to space it pretty far out, like 3 feet apart from each other. So this turns into an absolutely gorgeous, nice, big shrub. It's not a shrub, it's a perennial, but you get what I'm saying. So it's not going to be a dainty plant, it's going to be a nice, impactful plant. So we have that. This is another great perennial from Proven Winners. So if you are familiar with red hot pokers, that is the generic term that this is an old-timey plant, wonderful, but this actual plant is not an old-timey plant. So I tell people, instead of it being a red hot poker, it's a yellow hot poker. This is part of their Pyromania series. This is Flashpoint. So in that whole series, there's all these different colors. Flashpoint is really neat because it is yellow, and as it ages, it will turn white. So on a plant, you can get different colors. Again, this is going to be a nice size plant, like 4 to 5 feet tall. It is hardy in zones 5B to 9. So keep that in mind. I put this in my flower bed that is kind of my eclectic cottage garden bed. It will bloom later on in the season. It loves it really hot. Red hot pokers, they love it hot. So you can see right now it has great foliage, no blooms. That's going to come later in the season when everything else is starting to look kind of sad. So that's a great one. Of course, echinaceas. We love echinaceas. Especially here in the South because it is so hot and dry all the time. Oh my word. Especially, you know, right now in the spring, it's lovely. It's fantastic. Then you hit about the 1st of June and all of a sudden it turns into an oven. So this is echinacea. This is a fantastic series. It is the Sombrero series. If you are looking for some hot, vivid colors in your garden, then you need to get some of this Sombrero series. So there is red, orange, and yellow that we have here at the nursery. These are the most vibrant colors I've ever seen. Orange is a great Clemson orange. Go Tigers. The red is just a big, deep, rich red, and then yellow is just like, woohoo, you know, very bright yellow. So they make an absolutely gorgeous, they get to be a nice size. Let me see, I forgot to tell you all the details on this guy. About 18 to 20 inches tall. You're going to space them about 2 feet apart, and it is hardy in zones 4 to 9. So again, a big, huge range that this Sombrero series of echinacea can be grown in. So that's it as far as right now on this section of the perennials. So we're going to move around, and you can see, blessed, Mother's Day, we got wiped out. In the past nursery tours you have seen, we've had massive amounts of annual color. Right now, we're lacking a little bit. No fret, it's coming back. One thing, look at these. Aqua pots from Proven Winners. We got our first shipment in this past almost exactly a week ago. These gorgeous beauties. Look how big this thing is. Now, this is more of kind of the professional line. All the aqua pots are not this large. Most of them are more proportional for the average homeowner, but this one is massive. I have planted one. We're going to do a video on what an aqua pot is. Basically, it's a self-watering container from Proven Winners and Michael Carr and then Jack Barnwell. It's a whole big collaboration. So this one's not planted on purpose because we're going to do a video explaining what the aqua pot is, how you use it, why you need it in your life, and how I plant it. So this is what it's going to look like over here. So stay tuned for that. We're going to move on down. The Miss Mollies. Miss Molly butterfly bushes. Good golly, Miss Molly, because they are big and they are budding out and they are getting ready to explode in color. Miss Molly is a wonderful butterfly bush from Proven Winners. I've had it in our yard for years, and it is just a faithful, reliable, great butterfly bush. It will get about 4 to 5 feet tall. It's not quite as wide as that, maybe about 3 feet. The hardiness zones on it, of course, like I said, we are a zone 7, 5 to 9. So we're right there in the middle, so it's perfect for us. And she just does that, best I can describe it is just this electric purple pink color, like a deep raspberry. It's just fantastic. So we're gonna come over here to the pines because we've got some great new perennials that Jerry picked up today. As we go by, I want to give you an update on my wheelbarrow. Look at this beauty, y'all. I took inspiration from one of Proven Winner's recipes, and this thing is like exceeding all of my expectations. All I did was took an old wheelbarrow that had a flat tire. We weren't using it anymore. The handles were giving us splinters. So I said, instead of throwing it away, we're gonna turn it into a planter. Back here in the back, we have the Rockin' Salvia blue suede shoes. There's 2 of them in there. Then I have the brand new Vista Snowdrift. It is a petunia, pure white. There are 2 petunias in here. I put them in as gallons. I was thinking about that, but there's 2 in here. Then we have the Dichondra Silver Falls, which is just an amazing accent plant, foliage plant. It's going to trail down. I love how it is making this great mat coming down. And then the last one that I added on my own was the Blew My Mind Avovulus, which we'll see if it gets smothered by the other ones. But it loves it hot, so it's not really coming to its glory yet, because like last Saturday it was 38 degrees. So it's still recovering, but saying that, it was 38 degrees and 35 actually, I think it got down to 35 degrees. I did not cover this at all, and look at it. It's amazing. So think outside the box, as we were saying. Think outside just your typical planter. Again, I took a chair that the bottom was falling out of, took the chair, found a cheap old plastic pot that would fit perfectly on here, and I planted a hanging basket. So anything can become a planter. If it will hold dirt and it holds a little bit of water, then you can make it into a planter. So think big. And speaking of big, Elegans. This is Elegans hosta. It is a massive, huge, low maintenance hosta. My mama gave this to me last year. She divided hers out, gave it to me. Clearly, it loves this spot and does great. And if I'm not mistaken, we have Elegans here. So if you are a local person and you love this hosta, you want to come get one, we have got them, so come get them. Speaking of hostas, let's come on down here. Look at this. I think I've showed you this before. This is a container I made 3 years ago. This is drinking gourd hosta. When I put it in, it was a gallon size. 3 years later, it is this massive, gorgeous hosta. It's called drinking gourd because the leaves will cup up like a gourd and it holds water. So you can see right here, when it got watered, it's holding on to that water. So drinking gourd, again, all the little cups, there's many of them in here. But I have an astilbe in here, and I have a Japanese painted fern. Bless her heart, she's holding on. She is holding her own in here with this hosta. So we have those, tons more hostas. We have a huge selection of hostas. So think, you know, do I have a shady area? When I planted that, I had it on my front porch because that was the only shady area I had. Therefore, one little shade, took advantage of it, made it into a pot. We've got all sorts of, we've got Patriot, we've got, oh my goodness, look at these beauties. This is that stained glass, the Summon Substance, which is a massive one. I know I'm going so fast, I'm sorry. I told everybody I would slow down. This is the Elegans. So this is that hosta that we had up there. Tons and tons of things. Again, you know me, I could sit here and chit chat all day long about hostas and plants and all sorts of things. The point is, get out there, find a great local nursery that you can go and talk to, pick their brains, ask them what is a great plant for your situation. I'm sure that they would be more than happy to help you. We are here at Creekside. So again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all of your support, your encouraging words. To all of our new Creekside family, welcome. We are glad you're here. Please make sure that you like this, share it, because sharing is caring. Invite more people to come join in on the Gardening with Creekside fun. We will see you next time. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.